In 2014, two 24-year-old IIT Roorkee graduates sat in a cramped Bangalore office watching countless Indian startups struggle with the same fundamental problem that was killing their businesses before they could even begin. Harshil Mathur and Shashank Kumar weren't looking to build just another payment company. They were witnessing an entire generation of entrepreneurs hitting an invisible wall that separated Indian commerce from the digital revolution sweeping the globe. Every online business, from the smallest food delivery startup to ambitious e commerce ventures, was forced into a labyrinth of banking paperwork, months long integration processes, and payment systems designed for a pre digital era. While Silicon Valley had Stripe processing billions in transactions with 7 lines of code, Indian entrepreneurs were drowning in bureaucracy, losing customers at checkout, and watching their dreams evaporate in a maze of failed payment attempts. The two friends realized they weren't just looking at a business opportunity, they were staring at the missing piece of India's digital economy, the infrastructure layer that could unleash the potential of millions of businesses waiting to be born. This is the story of how RAZORPay became the invisible engine powering India's startup revolution, transforming from a bootstrapped idea into a financial technology empire worth $4 billion. The problem Harshil and Shashank identified wasn't just inconvenient, it was an existential threat to Indian entrepreneurship. In 2014, setting up online payments for an Indian business required navigating relationships with multiple banks, payment aggregators, and gateway providers, each with their own technical requirements, pricing structures, and integration challenges. A typical e commerce startup would spend 3 to 6 months just getting basic payment functionality live, during which they couldn't process a single transaction or generate any revenue. The existing players like CC Avenue and PayU were built for large enterprises with complex integration processes that required dedicated technical teams and substantial upfront investments. Success rates for online transactions hovered around 60%, meaning 4 out of every 10 customers who tried to pay would face failures, abandoned carts, and frustration that sent them back to cash on delivery or competitors. International solutions like PayPal had limited functionality in India due to regulatory restrictions, while Stripe hadn't entered the market and wouldn't launch in India until 2020. The irony was devastating. India was producing some of the world's most talented software engineers and ambitious entrepreneurs, but they couldn't build businesses because the basic financial infrastructure didn't exist.